So what I'm going to do is begin at the beginning. And in the beginning, harp guitars were not called harp guitars. They were called many other things except harp guitars. But people used to invent instruments that they called harp guitars because they had a harp-like tone, harp-like, because it sounded beautiful or better or whatever. Or they had other harp-like features. For instance, this instrument here, made in 1798 in London by a fellow named Edward Light. He invented a sort of guitar neck with 8 strings tuned into an open chord, to an open C chord, that it would be easy for ladies of the, to play in the parlor. And he called it a harp guitar because of its harp-like tone and because it has a harp round or staved back. Dyer licensed the fellows in Chicago, the Larson brothers, to build a superior version of that instrument called the Dyer harp guitar, built by the Larson brothers of Chicago. They took Knutson's design, paid the license fee, and improved upon it with a new headstock, a gorgeous cloud-shaped bass extension, and this one's the fanciest model with the Tree of Life inlay. This is as good as it gets, folks, right here. And superior workmanship, so these things were much superior in tone and quality, and were played by many vaudeville musicians, Hawaiian musicians, bands, orchestras, you name it. And you'll see a lot of copies, which modern makers have copied this design because it's everyone's favorite, or many people's favorite, I should say. And you'll see modern versions of that, and people have taken that idea and expanded upon that. Another popular harp guitar at the turn of the century, about 1903 and on, into the teens, was Gibson. You probably heard of the Gibson guitars. They're still in business. They've been making instruments for well over 100 years. All types of stringed instruments. They introduced their harp guitars, this one and this one, in 1903. Theirs is a very unusual model because it's an arch top. It's a hand-carved top and back. So rather than the flat spruce soundboards, which all these other guitars have, theirs has a large body and a carved top, and it has a very different sound. And of course, a very different look. They're fantastic looking instruments, and most of them end up as wall hangers because they look fabulous. But not many people enjoy playing them because they're very unwieldy. Here's mine. This is a later version from the teens. And it's very heavy. The neck's like playing a baseball bat. And it's got a larger amount of strings, originally 12, now dropped down to 10, for a full chromatic scale.